Hi there, welcome to my channel Maths SL. I'm speaking Saqib Latif. So I'm going to show you now about the measurements. The topic is surface area and volume of 3D shapes. Let us first learn revise converting between units, length, areas, volumes and capacities. So I'll show you the conversion for length first. So for instance, now we have kilometer, and then we got meter, then we got centimeter, and then we have millimeter. Kilometer to meter is 1000, meter to centimeter is 100, centimeter to millimeter is 10. Now if you want to go from left to right, then you multiply, and from right to left, then you will divide. So this is conversion for length. So for instance, I need to convert 6 kilometer to meter. So the kilometer is here. So between kilometer and meter is 1000. So which means I'm gonna multiply, because from kilometer I'm going to meter, so I must multiply. So 6 multiplied 1000, the answer will be 6000 meter. Now this is for the first one, and for the second answer, so 0,06 meter to centimeter. Now from here you're going to centimeter, again you're going to multiply. So 0,06 multiply 100, answer is 6 centimeter. Now this one, last one, 6 centimeter, from centimeter to going to millimeter, again you're going to multiply. So which means 6 centimeter multiplied 10 is going to be a 600 millimeter. So this is my final answer. Now 80 millimeter to centimeter. So the millimeter is here. Millimeter to centimeter is going this way, so which means you're going to divide. So in between them is 10. So 80 divided by 10 is going to be 8. So the answer is going to be 8 centimeter. Now from centimeter to, second one is from centimeter to meter. Centimeter, this is centimeter, and this is meter, in between is 100. So you're going to divide, because you're going this way. So 0,08 divided by 100, the answer is going to be a 0,0008 meter. Now for the sixth number, last one, now 80 meter to kilometer. So meter to kilometer, again you're going to divide. In the middle is 1000, so you're going to divide by 1000. 80 divided by 1000, answer is 0,08 kilometer. You can use the calculator. So this is my final answer. This is conversion for length. I'm going to show you conversion for areas also now. Now I'm going to show you conversion for areas: kilometer square, meter square, centimeter square, millimeter square, because the area at the last you must write on the top power square. Now if I want to centimeter square to millimeter square, then which mean between, remember in conversion earlier I showed you conversion for length. Between centimeter and millimeter there is a 10. So when is millimeter centimeter square to millimeter square, which means 10 times 10. So you're gonna double, you multiply now. This time between centimeter square and millimeter square will be 100. Same millimeter to centimeter, I showed you earlier the 100. that was in the middle here. Meter to centimeter is 100. Remember I told you. So this time multiply 100. So double up. So this is going to be now 10,000. And between kilometer and meter, I showed you 1,000. So now which means you multiply 1,000. It's going to be 1 million. So that's how it work conversion for areas. You can one time write in the middle like this, or you can convert like this, because if it's kilometer square or meter square, then which mean you multiply twice, right? Remember earlier I showed you the kilometer, between kilometer and meter is 1,000. Remember I showed you earlier, between kilometer and meter 1,000, between meter and centimeter 100, between centimeter and millimeter is 10. Either way. So now, so if you go right hand side, you multiply, and if you from right hand side to left hand side, you divide. Same method. Let's do some example. Say we need to convert 2500 millimeter square to centimeter square. Now, so millimeter to centimeter, which means from here, which means from left to right you're going. So which means I'm going to divide. So the millimeter and centimeter, we got 100 in the middle. Or you can say 10, 10, 10, 100, same thing. So now, millimeter we got 2500. Divide by 100, the answer will be 25. So which means this is going to be a 25 centimeter square. Now I give you second example. 5,400 centimeter square to meter square. 5,400 centimeter square to meter square. So obviously again you're going left hand side, so you're gonna divide. So 5,400 divided by 10,000. Answer gonna be 0,54 meter square. 0,54 meter square. This is my final answer. 0,009 meter square to centimeter square. So this time you're going meter to centimeter, you're going right hand side, so which means you're going to multiply. So in between them is a 10,000, or you can say 100 times 100, same thing. So 0,009 multiply 10,000. The answer is 90 centimeter square. I use my calculator. Now I'm going to show you conversion for volumes, conversion between volumes. Now this volume is always on the top, you're going to write cube. The power is cube. So normally I earlier showed you between kilometer and meter is 1,000. So now when you have to convert for volumes, conversion for volume, that means 1,000 multiply 1,000 thrice, multiply 1,000, and that will give you, use my calculator, 1 billion. So it's gonna be a 1 and a 90. 1, 2, 3 again. 1, 2, 3 again. 1, 2, 3. So the 1 billion between kilometer and meter cube. Now, so meter to centimeter in between is 100. So that means 100 times 100 times 100. That will give me, I use my calculator, 1 million. Now between centimeter and meter, I told you, is between them is 10. So the 10 times 10, normal conversion, conversion for length between centimeter and meter is 10. So now it's cube 10 times 10 times 10 is gonna be 1,000. So it's gonna be 1,000 in the middle. Now the procedure is same. If you go right hand side, you multiply, and from right to left, divide. Let's do some example. Say we need to convert 4 centimeter cube to millimeter cube. Now centimeter is here and millimeter is here. This is centimeter, this is millimeter. In the middle is 1,000. So you're going to right hand side, so which means you're gonna multiply. So you're going right hand side, so you're gonna multiply 4 multiply 1,000. That's gonna be 4,000 millimeter cube. One more. So we got 750 millimeter cube. Need to convert to centimeter cube. So this big conversion they don't give in grade 9, but only gonna be between centimeter and millimeter. So 750 millimeter cube to centimeter cube. So now this time millimeter to cube you're going from right to left, so you're gonna divide. In between is 1,000. So 750 divided by 1,000. I use my calculator. Answer is 0.75 centimeter cube. This is my final answer. Now I'm gonna show you conversion between capacities. So conversion between capacity. So the kiloliter, liter, and milliliter. Between kiloliter and liter is 1,000. Between liter and milliliter is 1,000. So if you want to from left to right, so if you want to convert from left hand side to right hand side, you will multiply, and from right hand side to left hand side you will divide. So same rule. Now must remember 1 kiloliter is equal to 1 meter cube. This is a kiloliter, so I can write on top meter cube, because 1 kiloliter is equal to 1 meter cube. And same, and also 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube. Don't forget. So which mean this is the milliliter. I can write on top here centimeter cube, because 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube. Now let's do some example. Convert. So I need to convert 576 centimeter cube to milliliter. So how I'm gonna do? So easy, because the 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube and milliliter is here. We need to convert milliliter and the centimeter cube, they are same. So 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube. So it's gonna be 576 milliliter. This is my answer. So I need to convert 0.000336 meter cube to kiloliter. So therefore I'm gonna write here same, because 1 kiloliter is equal to 1 meter cube. So this answer will be 0.000336 kiloliter. So this is my answer. Question number 3. Now I need to convert 576 milliliter to liter. So the milliliter is here, liter is here, in between is 1,000. If you go left hand side, you're going to left hand side. Now you're going to divide. So 576 divided by 1,000. So the answer will be 0.576 liter. So this is my answer. So this is the last example, 0,003 liter to milliliter. I need to convert. So this is the last example, convert 0,003 liter to milliliter. So which means you're going from left hand side to right hand side, so you're gonna multiply. So between them is 1,000. So 0,003 multiply 1,000. The answer will be 3 milliliter. So answer gonna be 3 milliliter. I showed you all the conversions. Now we're gonna implement these conversions in the questions. Must remember kilometer, and then we got meter, then centimeter, then we got millimeter. So the millimeter between kilometer and meter is 1,000, and between meter and centimeter is 100, between centimeter and millimeter is 10. So if you from left to right is multiply, from right hand side to left hand side you have to divide. Say for instance you got 70,000 centimeter and you need to convert to kilometer. Now you cannot from centimeter directly go to kilometer, so first have to convert to meter, then kilometer. So in this case 70,000 divided by 100, that's gonna be a 700. Now have to divide by 1,000, that will be 0,7. So 0,7 kilometer, that will be answer. So you don't need to show the step, you don't need to show one by one, so you don't need to show the step, so you can write direct 0,7 kilometer. A cuboid rectangular prism is given. Calculate the surface area of this cuboid. If the cuboid closed on all sides, and the second question is cuboid is open at the top and bottom. Now also I'm going to show you how to find the volume of cuboid. So this is a rectangular prism. I'll show you how to find the volume as well. We're going to find the volume as well. So this is the shape we have. We got three sides. So if I open up the rectangular prism, the faces are folded down. It's gonna be a flat surface net. This is the flat surface net. So have a look here. Top, bottom, then right hand side and left hand side, at the back and in front here. So that's why top, bottom, back, front, right, left. So we got 6 rectangles. So this I unfold, now you can see properly. We got 6 rectangles. So we're gonna find the areas of 6 rectangle, and the area of one rectangle is L trim B. Remember, length times breadth. So whenever you have to solve this type of question, first of all we need to, all these three must be on same conversion. You can centimeter, you can convert to millimeter, or millimeter you can convert to centimeter. Must be one conversion. So let's do, so a millimeter I'm gonna convert to centimeter because I already have 2 centimeter here. When you have to millimeter to centimeter, remember earlier I showed you, then you have to divide. So the 200 millimeter divided by 10, the answer gonna be 20 centimeters. So which means this is a 20 centimeters. Now I can find the surface area very easy for me. The rectangular prism is closed all sides, so which means top and bottom also closed, right and left, front and back as well. So So we surface area I'm gonna find now. We're gonna use this formula, easy to use this one. So you say total surface area TSA, or you can say SA is same thing. Surface area is equal to, you got 2 front and back, so 2 times 20 multiply 12, 20 multiply 12 plus, now you got 2 top and bottom, so we use this finish, utilize finish, 20 and 12 is done. So now we top and bottom, so 8 and 12 I'm gonna use now. So 2 multiply 8 multiply 12 plus, now 2 left and right, so we didn't use until now 8 and combination with 20, so I'm gonna utilize that one now. 8 multiply 20. So actually you don't need to even look front and back, top and bottom. You can just do the combination between these three sides. So the first 2 multiply 12 and 20, and then 8 and 12. Only last combination I didn't do 8 and 20, so I did do now 8 and 22 times 8 multiply 20. So I use my calculator. The answer is 992 centimeter square. Surface area you must write on top square. So this is my final answer for the part A. Now the part C, we need to find the volume of the part A. The cubert is closed on all sides. So this time gonna be the volume. So you're gonna use the volume formula, length multiply breadth, or you can say width, same thing, multiply height. So the volume gonna be all three sides you're gonna multiply. So we have 8 multiply 12 multiply 20. So the answer gonna be all three sides you multiply. The answer is 1920 centimeter cube. This is my final answer. Now the part B, also we need to find the volume, but the cuboid is open at the top and bottom. Now must remember, this condition, open top and bottom, affect the surface area, not the volume. So the volume will be exactly the same. So volume gonna be 1920 centimeter cube, exactly gonna be the same, because volume outside the shape, surface area inside the shape, must remember. Now the question B, the cuboid is open on the top and bottom. Cuboid mean more or less cubic shape. So now we need to find the surface area. If the cube is open on the top and bottom, then there are only 4 rectangles, since bottom and top will be missing. So the surface area will be then sum of the areas of the rectangles, 4 rectangles. So now we're gonna say surface area is equal to 2 multiply must remember top and bottom is missing. So 2 multiply 20 times 8 the left hand side and the right hand side, plus front and bottom 2 multiply 8 multiply 12, because top and bottom is missing. So 20 times 12 we're not gonna use, because bottom 20 times 12, at the top is also 20 times 12 is missing, because top and bottom open. So therefore the 4 rectangles, the area of the 4 rectangle will be, so my final answer will be 512 centimeters square. This is my final answer for the part B. Now must remember, in exam they give question like this. I choose this question for a rectangular prism. The question says below is a rectangular prism with length 35 mm, breadth is 20 mm, and height is 55 mm. So all the three dimension I have. So this is the formula they will give you like this in exam. So you need to choose a correct formula. Calculate the total surface area in mm of the rectangular prism. Sometimes they say, now this is he say in mm, which mean you have to give the answer in millimeter. Sometimes they will ask you give the answer in centimeter, or they will ask you give the answer in meter. Then you have to convert. I show you earlier how to convert the length and volume and the surface area, etc. Now, so the total surface area we need to find here. So the surface area will be is equal to, we're going to use all three sides, so must remember. So either one you can start, answer will be the same. 2 front, 2 multiply front and back, plus 2 multiply side and right hand side and left hand side. So either way answer gonna be same. You can we're gonna utilize all these three sides. So the 2 times top and bottom, plus 2 times back and front, plus 2 times right and left. So we got 6 rectangles. So 2 multiply 35 multiply 20, 35 multiply 20 plus 2 times. Now these two I use finish. Now I'm gonna use these two. So 20 multiply 55, 20 multiply 55 plus 2 times. So this one and this one I didn't use. So now I'm gonna say 35 multiply 55, 35 multiply 55. So I use my calculator. The answer will be 7450 millimeter square. This is my final answer. You can one time calculate on your calculator. You don't need to write the step-by-step answer. Now if they ask you to convert into centimeter, then obviously this millimeter I must convert to centimeter. So if they don't ask nothing, then we will leave just as is. I showed you earlier conversion for length, conversion for volume, conversion for surface area, etc. So then we're gonna use the conversion to convert. But in this case, this answer is correct. Second part, he say calculate the volume of the shape. We need to find the volume. Easy. Volume, all three sides you can multiply. That will be the answer, because the length, breadth and height. So all three must be multiplied. 35 multiply 20 multiply 55. Length, breadth and height, all three sides you're gonna multiply. So my answer is 38,500 millimeter cube. So you must write cube if you give answer for volume. So this is my final answer. Now the question says a closed rectangular prism has a length of 0,12 meter, breadth of 6 centimeter and height of 8 centimeter. Calculate the volume of the prism in centimeter cube. Now obviously we have to convert into one conversion, so this one I'm going to convert to centimeters. So I solve this question. 0,12 meter I'm gonna convert into centimeter. So I'm gonna time by 100 because you're going from left hand side to right hand side. Earlier I showed you conversion for length. So the answer will be 12 centimeter. So this is 12 centimeter. Now I can find the volume easy. So all three sides you're gonna multiply. That will be your volume. 8 multiply 6 multiply 12. Length multiply breadth multiply height. So the answer is 576 centimeter cube. Now the B part is how much water can the prism hold in milliliters. So obviously now this is a conversion for capacity we can apply here. And you must remember, I told you earlier that the 1 centimeter cube is equal to 1 milliliter. Don't forget this one. So now according to that, the capacity of the rectangular prism will be 576 milliliter. So this is my final answer, because 1 centimeter cube is equal to 1 milliliter. C part. How much water can the prism hold in liters? So now we need to convert into the liters. So we got 576 milliliter we have now. So the 576 milliliter divided by 1000, because milliliter to liter I must divide now. So the answer will be 0,576 liter. That will be my answer. So from here I'm going to show you surface area and volume of triangular prism. So we done with the rectangular prism, and the last one is cylinder. I will show you. Most of the school they only showed a rectangular prism and cylinder, but some of the school triangular prism also they showed, but is the according to ATP all three must be explained. Now so this is a question says a triangular prism is given. Calculate the surface area of the prism, and also I'm going to show you the volume of this prism. Now first we start with the question 1, this one, and the second shape is after that. I will show you the second shape. So the first shape, now must remember here, a triangular prism, you must remember the shape of the base is a triangle. So the shape of the base will be triangle. So we have this triangle, and then the perimeter of the base is 3 side. So must be 3 side. One side is this one, and so must remember for a triangular prism the shape of the base is a triangle. So we can see the shape of the base is a triangle. These two triangles here, and the perimeter of the base is 3 side. So we got one side, this one, this is second side, and third side we don't have. We're gonna use the Pythagoras to find the third side. So always look at the triangle. So whatever side is missing, you use the Pythagoras to find that side. Then the area of the base is always the area of the base will be 1/2 multiply base multiply perpendicular height. So this will be the area of the base. Now you can see I unfolded this side, this two triangle, and 1 2 3 rectangles. So front triangle, back is triangle, and this is the one. Now we're looking at 3 side. So this is the first side 6, and then the bottom one 8, and then top one, this one is we need to find. So 3 side. Now must remember they're gonna be a 2 height always on this shape. One is I can denote with big H, and this is small h, which is a perpendicular height. This height is for the triangle. You can see this height. This is a perpendicular height. It's for triangle. Now this height is for the figure, for the object height, always on the side. So now we're gonna apply the formula to solve this surface area. So the surface area of triangular prism. So the surface area triangular prism is equal to, so we need a three side. So one side is missing here. This side we need to find before I solve the surface area, because I need a side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3, and then I must multiply that one with the big H, which is this one, and then plus 2 triangle I got at the back and front. 2 multiply 1 over 2 base time perpendicular height. So obviously now this side I got the side 1, I got the side 2, but this side is missing. So I'm gonna use the Pythagoras to find this side. So which means I'm looking AC square. So the AC square, the longer side I'm looking, I'm gonna apply the Pythagoras, and the two shorter side must add, take the squares and must add 6 square plus 8 square, and that will give me 100. So the AC square is equal to 100. Therefore the AC will be 100 square root, answer will be 10. So the AC is 10. So AC we have 10. So surface area is equal to side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 multiply figure height plus 2 multiply 1 over 2 base multiply perpendicular height, which is the triangle height. Now we're going to substitute all of these values to solve this question. So side 1 I got 6 plus side 2 I got 8 plus side 3 I got 10, and multiply 14, that is H, plus 2 1 over 2 multiply the base, I've got 8, multiply the height is 6, perpendicular height is 6. So I'm going to use my calculator to solve this question. So I use my calculator, the answer will be 14 times 24 336 plus, I'm going to solve this equation now. I'm going to solve this expression now. That will give me 48. So add both of these. My answer is 384 centimeters square. This is my final answer. Now he say find the volume of the prism. So we need to find the volume of this shape. So the volume formula is a quite interesting formula for a triangular prism. Let me show you now. So the volume is equal to 1 over 2 multiply base multiply perpendicular height and multiply figure height, object height, big H. So this case we got 1 over 2, base we got already the 8, and perpendicular height we got 6, multiply 6, multiply big H we got 14, multiply 14. So the answer will be 336 centimeter cube. So this is my final answer. This is the volume of the object. Now the second shape, I need to find the surface area and volume. This is also triangular prism. The shape of the base is triangle, so we got two triangles here, you can see, and then perimeter of the base is 3 sides, and that actually 3 rectangles. So you can see this. You can see this 3 rectangle. One is at the bottom, this one, and this is the side one, and then obviously that one at the back. There's the back one. So we got 3 rectangle, 3 rectangle, 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 triangle, triangle. Now the volume formula says, I'm going to find the volume first here. Volume is, you can find surface area or volume, doesn't matter, but he said find the surface area first. So let's find the first surface area first. So now I can find the surface area. So we got three sides now here, 1, 2 and 3. Remember I told you side you always look on the triangle, same like this question. You can see 1, 2, 3 side. So the 9 plus 10 plus 11 multiply. Now we're looking the height of the figure. This is the height of the figure. In this case, that was the height of the figure, h. So this is going to be 15 this time, plus area of two triangles, 1/2. Base I've got 10, and the perpendicular height I got 6 here. This is the perpendicular height, and this shape was perpendicular height was this one. We have to see from the 90 degree. This is the 90 degree, so this was perpendicular height. This is the 90 degree here, so this is the perpendicular height. Multiply 6. Now I'm going to solve. 450 first plus 60, the answer 510 centimeter square. This is my final answer. This is the surface area of this shape. Must remember, don't forget, this is both questions. There's a little bit slightly a different question. Now here you need to find the side of the triangle, third side. So he give you perpendicular height and the base. And this question he give you base, he give you perpendicular height as well, and he give you the third side, this side and that side as well. Now I'm gonna find the volume of the object with very easy triangular prism. 1/2. This is the formula for triangular prism. 1/2 multiply base multiply perpendicular height, because the shape of the base is triangle. That's why we're using the triangle area formula, and multiply the height of the figure. So 1/2 base is 10. This is the base. Multiply, this is the perpendicular height, 6. Multiply 6 and multiply height of the figure, which is 15. Why we using the area of the triangle formula on volume? Because the shape of the base is triangle on triangular prism. So I'm going to use my calculator. Answer is 450 centimeter cube. This is my final answer. Hi guys, so this is important. We're gonna start the cylinder now. The rectangle must remember, if the cylinder is opened up and flattened, the net will be made up of two identical circles and a rectangle. So it's gonna be a 2 circle and 1 rectangle. The rectangle has the same length as the circumference of the circle, which is 2 pi r. So the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r, and that's gonna be the length of the rectangle. So this is the length. The width of the rectangle will be equal to the height of the cylinder. So the height of the cylinder will be breadth, or you can say width, same thing, that will be h. So the length of the circumference and the length of the rectangle are the same. So must remember, they are same. Circumference outside the circle, that is a circumference. So the length of the circumference and the length of the rectangle, they are same. This is the length of the rectangle. They are same. So when you gonna fold up, the rectangle becomes circumference of the circle. So this is very important to know. So this is a cylinder. Top is a circle, at the bottom is also circle, so two circle. In the middle is a rectangle, this lateral surface area, curved surface. So the rectangle fold up, become circumference of the cylinder. So length of the circumference and the length of the rectangle are the same. Even cold drink can also is a cylinder, two circle, top and bottom, and in the middle is a rectangle, fold up rectangle. If I unfolded this cylinder, become rectangle, two circle and rectangle. This is important to know. Now we're going to solve the question about the cylinder. So, and also must remember volume of the cylinder, the formula pi r square h, and the surface area of the formula for the surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Now this is the lateral surface area, LSA, lateral surface area, or you can say curved surface, same thing. This is the rectangle. If I need to find the area of the rectangle, you will say length times breadth. Area of the rectangle will be length times breadth, or length times width, same thing. So length we got 2 pi r, and the breadth we got h, so 2 pi r h. That's where the 2 pi r h lateral surface area. This is the lateral surface area, curved surface. So that's where 2 pi r h. And the two circle, the top circle area of the circle is pi r square. So we got two circle, so that's where 2 pi r square. One circle at the top, one is at the bottom. So this is the formula for the surface area, and this is the formula for the volume. And h, whatever is h, this is going to be height of the cylinder, and that will be the, we're going to multiply with that h, and only going to take the area of the base, which is pi r square, and multiply with height, that will be the volume. So these are the three questions about cylinder I'm going to solve, and we're going to implement that knowledge what I showed you earlier. So let's start question number 1. The question says calculate the surface area and volume of the cylinder if the cylinder is closed on all sides. So first we need to solve the part A, the cylinder closed on all sides. So which means top and bottom. This is the top is circle, at the base is also circle. So let's see how to solve this question. Let me show you. So the surface area, I need a formula. This is, must remember, this is the diameter of the circle, is not a radius. To find the radius, diameter you divide by 2, that will be the radius. 14 divided by 2, answer will be 7. So the 7 is the radius. Must remember the radius is from the center, so this is the radius. If I from one corner to from one side to, if I join another side full, that become diameter. So we got radius 7 now. Now I can solve to find the first surface area, then volume. So the surface area formula will be 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. So the 2, must remember the pi value, you can punch your calculator, or you can by manual, you can remember 22/7 in decimal 3,14. Don't solve the pi at the last, you can solve the pi. Sometimes you have to give the answer in the terms of pi. So the 2 pi radius we got 7 square, 7 square plus 2 pi, radius is 7, and the height we got 15, multiply 15. Now I solve this question. So this is going to be 98 pi, and this side is, I solve with calculator, 210 pi. 210 pi, and I further simplify, the answer is 308 pi. If he asks you leave the answer in terms of pi, then this is your final answer. But if he asks you to solve for till 2 decimal place, then you can open up the pi. If he say nothing like in this question, then is your choice. You can leave as is or you can solve the pi. So the pi value is 3,14. You're gonna multiply 3,14, or you can punch the calculator 308 and use the calculator shift pi, and that will be your answer. The calculator will give you the answer. So answer gonna be 967,61 centimeter square. So this is my final answer. Now we need to find the volume. So the volume formula say pi r square h. Pi I leave as is, radius we got 7 square, and h we got 15, multiply 15. I use my calculator. The answer will be pi 49 multiply 15. Again further simplify, the answer is 735 pi. Now I need to, if you can leave as is or you can further solve. If they ask you give the answer in 2 decimal place, then you open up the pi. If they say nothing, you can leave as is or you can further simplify. So 735 shift pi, I use my calculator, or you can use the value of pi 3,14. You can multiply 735 multiply 3,14. Answer will be the same till 2 decimal place, 2309,07 centimeter cube. I must write cube because this is a volume. So this is my final answer. Any shape they can give you, only the value will be changed, but the method is same. So the B part, now we need to find the surface area and volume for the cylinder is open on top. So on the top is cylinder is open, no circle. So the top circle is missing. Surface area gonna be so surface area gonna be this time. We can't say 2 pi r square h because only gonna be one circle now, because the top circle is missing now. So only gonna be one circle. So we're gonna say pi r square. We can't say now 2 pi r square. We're only gonna say pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Must remember this lateral surface area will be the same. So 2 pi r h is the lateral surface area. So the pi is as is, and the radius we got 7 square plus 2 pi, radius is 7 and the height is 15. I'm going to use my calculator. So this is going to be 49 pi plus this become 210 pi, and I use my calculator, 259 pi. If you say leave the answer in terms of pi, then you leave the answer till here, but now he say you must give the answer till 2 decimal place, so we have to open up the pi. So if even you have to leave the answer in pi, then you must say on top square, because the surface area is a square. But we need to open up this pi, 259 pi. I use my calculator, so the answer will be 813,67 centimeter square. That will be my final answer for the surface area. Now we need to find the volume. So the volume will remain the same. I told you earlier in a rectangular prism that even the surface area inside the shape, volume outside the shape. So even the top circle is missing, so it does not affect the volume. So the volume will be the same. Volume part A and part B, the volume will be the same. So the volume also gonna be a pi r square h. So it's gonna be a same same answer like the part A. So the pi radius is 7 square and the h we got 15, and we're gonna solve. It's gonna be exactly the same answer. So its volume don't change, so the volume will remain the same. So if they give you separate question, they will ask you only the cylinder is open on top and this question is missing, then obviously so you're gonna write pi r square h and you give the answer. But if it's both, they give you like this both, then you only must say the volume will remain the same. So it's gonna be 735 pi, earlier we found already, and the answer will be 2309,07 centimeter cube. This is my final answer if the part A is missing. But if they give you part A and B together, then obviously the part B is answer gonna be the same like A, so you can say the volume will remain the same. Second question, he said determine the volume of the cylinder and determine the surface area of the cylinder, and this is the cylinder they give us. So this is the diameter, which means this hole is the diameter. I need to find the radius, and this is the h is the height. So first of all, volume. So the volume formula say pi r square h, and the radius is gonna be here a divided by 2, which is gonna be a 4. So pi 4 square and h is multiplied 3. So my answer will be 48 pi. Open up the pi. 150, 80 centimeter cube. This is my final answer. Centimeter cube, this is my final answer. Now I'm going to find the surface area. So the surface area formula is equal to 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h, 2 pi radius we got 4 square plus 2 pi radius we got 4 and the height we got 3. Multiply 3. Use my calculator. 32 pi plus 24 pi. Further simplify. 56 pi. Open up the pi. I use my calculator. The answer is 175,93 centimeter square. This is my final answer. 175,93 centimeter square. This is my final answer. Now guys, this question number 3, most of the learners when they see this kind of question they panic, but don't need to panic because the volume of the cylinder he give us now, this is the volume of the cylinder. He said determine the diameter of the cylinder. We need to find the diameter of the cylinder. Sometimes he asks you to find the h, height of the cylinder. So one of the variable is missing in the formula, need to find. So volume of the cylinder. So the formula for volume of the cylinder is pi r square h. So volume he already give us. The volume is given, which is 950,33 centimeter cube. So the 950,33 is equal to pi from the formula, and the r, obviously the diameter need to find. So we need to find the first radius, we don't know. H is given 10. Now we're gonna further simplify. So our subject of the formula is r. So now I need to find the r, and 950,33 I'm gonna solve algebraically. This 10 pi this is multiplication. When I switch over this side, become division form. Now I use my calculator to solve this one. So this will be 30 comma 2 499, so on. You can round off till 2 decimal place, is equal to r square. Now we need to find the value of r. So therefore r will be 30 comma 2 499, and I take the square root. Square number, when I switch over this side, become square root. So I use my calculator, further simplify. The r is 5,5 centimeter. Now we need to find the diameter, because he said to find the diameter. So the diameter, if you need to find the radius, we divide by 2. Now you need to find the diameter, which means you multiply by 2. So the 2 multiply r, that will be the diameter. So 2 multiply 5,5. So the answer will be 11 centimeter. So this is my final answer. Please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any question, comment below. I will assist you. Have a nice day. This chapter is completed, and if you can revise again and again this video, I promise you, you won't miss out surface area and volume question. This is a must question in exam, and around about 12 to 13 mark question. Have a nice day.